As my friend said, we drove quite a little bit to be here today. Um, Before I get into my question, I just wanted to say my daughter's name is Clementine. She was 5 months along when she was aborted in New Jersey. My daughter was healthy. I begged her mother not to go through with the abortion. For 5 months, we went back and forth. I don't hate my ex. I love her, and I'm working on forgiving her. She was confused, she was uncertain, and she had doubts. Mike Tyson has doubts before he gets into a ring. This was an option, and she took that option, and she regrets it now. Why do you think, and this is just a thought that just came into my head, why do you think that people dehumanize my Clementine? Why wasn't she human enough for people to help me mourn? Why wasn't she human enough for people to talk about? My mother was given birth to prematurely at 5 months. My daughter was 5 months. I didn't get to say goodbye to my daughter. I didn't know about the abortion until after it happened. I begged her not to do the appointment. She told me that she canceled it. My daughter was 5 months and she was ripped apart. My daughter.
My pain is this. This man was stripped of his own child, and he clearly calls the child his daughter. His wife was not deceived into doing what she did. She went there on purpose, even after being begged, talked to keep the child because he wanted the child. But she did it. But we don't see it as if she committed murder. Even he himself is excusing the whole thing. She committed murder. Would you take it? If you had a 1-year-old and your wife went to kill your 1-year-old, who will accept this nonsense? Let's not even say 1-year-old, 1 month old, 1 day old. Would you take it? If you can't take it and call it murder, then there's something wrong with you. In short, there's something wrong with him also. Is his wife murdered his child and he still doesn't see it as murder. That's how much we've been beaten in our modern day culture that we don't even recognize murder when it happens. Is the child in the womb a human being? That's the argument here. Is it a human being? If it's a human being, then it is murder. Both the woman and the doctor who did it should be punished.
Doesn't get a funeral. My daughter doesn't get respect. As my friend asked, yeah, medical testing on a healthy baby. Why? My girlfriend didn't pay for the abortion. The clinic did.
Girlfriend.
How much money did they make off of my daughter's body?
Your girlfriend didn't pay for the abortion, but she went there. The clinic did not force her to go there. She went there on her own.
How many other babies did the doctor kill since she's been dead? This has been a month and 3 days. This happened March 12th and 13th. My daughter was conceived October 25th. She was supposed to be born July 20th. My daughter was a person. My daughter is an angel. And I pray for her every single day. I talk to her. I still feel like she's there. I feel like on July 20th, my daughter's gonna be there. She doesn't get a funeral. I have her sonogram picture the first time I heard her heartbeat. And I bring this up to people and I say, well, she had a heartbeat. Wasn't she a person? And I'm being told she's a fetus, which, by the way, everybody, that's Latin for offspring. Okay? So I don't know why we're speaking Latin. I speak English. And my daughter not only matters, but I do not want my daughter to be forgotten. I want my daughter's story to be talked about. I want her to be remembered. She wasn't just a fetus, and yeah, maybe she was just a 10%, maybe. But she was a lot more than that for me.
Your daughter was a human being. I think the fact that you've not accepted that she's dead is the reason why you can't really point your hand to the person who killed your child. It's not the doctors, it's your girlfriend. If she did not go there, none of this will happen. People will say, oh, she was pressured by society and different kind of thing, and that was why she did it. She had support from this man. Society is telling you to go and kill your 2-year-old. Would you go and kill your 2-year-old? Society is telling you to go and kill your 1-month-old. Would you kill your 1-month-old? She had no medical issue that was about to kill her, but because it was not convenient, she killed the child. People think, is he a human being or not? If it's a human being, treat it as a human being, or rather treat her as a human being. She was killed.
For 5 months, I'm told by my friends, I'm crying over somebody I never met before. I'm told by people, well, she wasn't even a person. She was just a fetus. She wasn't even a baby. She wasn't fully developed. My daughter was still growing. And my relationship with my daughter was going to grow for the rest of our lives. Why isn't my daughter human enough for people to care? Why isn't my daughter woman enough for her to have a body and for her to have a choice? My original question when I was coming up here was, can I see the clamps? I don't want to see the clamps no more. I've heard enough about it and I've seen the pictures. And yeah, the guy said Wi-Fi and Google search. You could Google what it looks like. It's out there. I did. I wouldn't recommend it. I still have nightmares. My daughter was going to be beautiful, but now I don't know where she is. I'm just so confused. I get it. I'm just a man. You know what I mean? But men, we're not supposed to have feelings. As a father, because I'm still a father. As a father, I'm just supposed to forget. I'm just supposed to move on. And I'm confused. So my question really isn't for you because you understand. My question is really for society.
I don't think Christian understands. Christian still doesn't believe the woman is at fault. She believes it's the doctor that's at fault. Let me paint another scenario for you. If someone hires an assassin to kill their child, and it is found out that they've hired an assassin to kill the child, how many people should be convicted? Only the assassin or only the wife? Or both of them? It's both of them. So we should not have double standard when it comes to a child that's in the womb and a child that's outside the womb. They are both human beings. There's no difference. The only difference is time and location. If you leave that child for, in his own case, 4 more months, that child will be out.
Why doesn't my daughter matter? Why wasn't she enough? Why didn't she get a chance to live? And ultimately, no, I'm not blaming my ex. She had
Let me hear the reason.
doubt, and she regrets it. Ultimately, this is our government's fault.
Do you know how many parents right now that have doubts of their living children? You're wondering, why did I even give birth to you? You are just a menace to me. Do they have right to kill that child? No. You don't blame your government for something that the person beside you is doing, and you can't even correct that person that is beside you. The person beside you killed your child, and you can't even blame the person beside you. When Israel, the people in Israel, were taking their children to go and sacrifice to Molech, boiling their children alive in steam and inside the statue, would you say it's the government's fault or it's the people's fault? Because they were sacrificing to Molech, maybe for rain or fertility, or they wanted a male child and they gave Molech their daughter. And in a way, that thing was working. They were getting feedback from it. Do you blame them or do you blame Israel? People, if we can't point our hands to the cause, we can never find a solution. You don't blame the government for something your neighbor did. You are not looking for a solution. He's just emotional right now. And he's been indoctrinated to never think that the woman who kills her child should not be punished. Rather, he's been indoctrinated to think like that.
We've stopped evil laws in the past, in America, in Germany, and you guys know what I'm talking about. We came together and we stopped evil laws. This is an evil law that killed my daughter. Her mother did not kill her.
It's your war that killed her, not the mother. Who killed her?
Again, doctors like this man right here, you're not to blame. Thank you for doing what you're doing, and thank you for speaking up, because this is important. And not enough men care enough to speak up. So thank you. I hugged this man today. I don't know who did this to my daughter. I wish I could ask him, was my daughter beautiful? That's all I want to know. What did her face look like?
The assassin who killed my father is the one that is to be blamed. It's not the person who sent the assassin. The person who sent the assassin had doubts. They were not sure whether they could trust my father. So they sent an assassin. And now they are regretting that they sent the assassin. The government that made this possible, that my friend could send an assassin to my father, they are to be blamed. Stupid. I'm not trying to diminish his pain. But if we don't point our hand to the problem, women have the license to kill their children. That is the problem. It is legal for a mother to kill her child in the womb in most countries. That is the problem. Not the government has given the doctors the right to kill children in their womb. And if you, let's say all the doctors, it is illegal for you to perform an abortion. There are chemical abortions that women can take. Then who do you arrest? You go and arrest the pharmaceutical companies. Okay, let's say you arrest the pharmaceutical companies and they stop producing it. The woman who makes that concoction from the lab by herself and drinks it and she has an abortion, would you stop that? If you will not stop that, would you stop that woman from spreading that information to other women and helping them to do that? And they do it themselves. You've not solved anything.
My daughter matters. And I really hope that everybody remembers Clementine. And I hope you think about Clementine as much as I do. She is loved and she is not forgotten. And I hope that everybody can keep her memory alive too. Thank you.
Well, your daughter is beautiful. She's more beautiful than us because she's not here in this imperfect world. To answer your question bluntly as to why didn't Clementine matter enough? The answer is people don't want her to matter because they don't want to have to accept responsibility for their actions. They want to dehumanize, right? They want to use words like fetus or embryo or zygote, which is a stage of our life that we all once were, to separate the child in the womb from us, persons outside the womb. Because when you look at the stages of genocide, number 4 is dehumanization. So when we use words like zygote or embryo or fetus, it's not because we're trying to be...
I'm not going to finish this video. The reason I'm not going to finish it is this. Christian here fights against the abolition of abortion. Think about it. Most people say we are pro-lifers, we are progressively trying to make abortion illegal. But what's this state? I can't remember. They actually got bills of abolition to pass. I think it remained from the Senate to make it law. All the pro-life organizations in the US, they fought against this bill. If the goal of pro-lifers and abolitionists is the same, to end abortion, why would pro-lifers be against abolition? They said, we don't want any bill that will criminalize the mother. That's what they said. People affiliated with this lady here, Christine Hawkins, and she still defends this statement till date. She's saying, we don't want the mothers to be criminalized. Whereas every abolition bill does not say criminalize women who have done abortion in the past. They've always said, criminalize whoever kills a child from abortion going forward. But Christian here will make it look like once this law is passed, they want to start going back in time to start saying you had an abortion, we need to send you to prison. They did not do this thing when they abolished slavery. Why would they do it when they are abolishing abortion? So to me, this woman is a hypocrite. I used to watch her and I was wondering, wow, I used to think she was a champion for abolishing abortion or a pro-life champion. But after watching them kill bills that had no opposition, even the pro-choicers were not against, did not even need to come out against these bills. It's the pro-lifers that came against the bills and killed them. If you think I'm lying, go to Apologia Studio, Jeff Durbin. Go to Abolition Rising. Go to these 2 channels and you will see all the evidence of these hypocrites trying to make abortion continue so that they will have a job. And they will come here and put YouTube video to make you sympathize with them and donate to them. They are all hypocrites, all of them. When the bill came to end abortion in a state in the US, they fought against it. They all sent letters to the lawmakers that don't support this bill. Don't support this bill. It's going to criminalize women. They defaced it, even said things that abolitionists never said. Say they will start criminalize women in the past. Which law do you make and start attacking people in the past? Where is it done? So, I beg, not gonna leave me. I need to move with this one. If you like this video, I don't know. It was frustrating for me listening to this whole thing. After going through all this while, you better leave me a subscribe. If you don't agree with me, go to the comments and blast me. If that one works for me. Anyhow, though, thanks for watching. I hope you more or less got something from this video. If you enjoyed it, please share it to somebody you know will like it also, or will hate it if you want to annoy them. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys and gals later. Bye-bye.